Welcome to my annual travel backpack roundup, where I share with you some of my favorite backpacks of all time, as well as some new bags I love that I've tested over the last year. In this review, instead of breaking up the bags into categories and limiting the number of bags, I'm going to show you to a smaller list. Instead, I'll first just share my list of top travel bags, give you the pros and cons of each one. Then I'll share another half dozen or so bags that I still think are great, but just don't quite make the top list for one reason or another. So without further ado, let's jump right into the roundup. After doing this for 7 years, these are the bags that I consistently find myself either using on my trips or recommending over and over again. If you're looking for a short list of functional, high-quality travel backpacks, or if you're looking for recommendations on someone that's new to travel and wants a great carry-on, this is going to be your list. And just a quick overview of the lineup before I get into the pros and cons. I have the Tortuga Expandable and Daily Carry Pro, the updated version of the Cotopaxi Allpa, the Osprey Daylite 26.6, and the Tomtoc Navigator, ULA Dragonfly, Patagonia Mini MLC, Cabin Zero Military 28 and Classic Pro, the Matador Globe Rider, the Almond Oak Travel Backpack, and the Packed Arrow. For runners-up, I have the Able Carry Max, Aer Travel Pack, Bihn Techonaut, and finally, Evergoods CTB, the Bellroy Light, and Goruck GR1. In previous videos, I've cut my list short and haven't shown some of those last bags, but in this video, I wanted to give a chance to show the pros and cons and give you some of the reasons why those bags don't always make it into the top lineup. But going back to my original top favorite bag list, I'm going to start this out with one of my all-time favorites, the Tortuga Expandable. This has been my go-to bag for a while, often the pack that I take on trips when I'm not testing a new bag. This is the bag that I took to Europe this year, along with my wife who took the ULA Dragonfly. Tortuga has a good lineup that spans the size spectrum. I like the Expandable as a carry-on bag, something a little smaller. They just came out with the Daily Carry Pro, great personal item. If you want something even smaller, they have a 1-pound packable day pack. I mentioned the ULA Dragonfly, another classic minimalist travel bag. They've updated their lineup with some larger 36 version as well as some other fabric options. I only have this bag in Ultra in the ripstop. I don't have the larger one to show you, but all around great solid opening, large duffel style. However, this doesn't have as good as laptop protection, and this bag I think can look a little outdoorsy to some people. The Tomtoc 66 Navigator has been an eternal favorite of mine, one of my most recommended bags for a good quality budget pack. They've since expanded their lineup this year with a new smaller, this is the 28-liter version, and some new lighter ripstop color options. Patagonia Mini MLC, one of my favorites. This is a very useful travel bag, simple duffel design, lightweight, durable, but a much better tech laptop sleeve than some other bags. The Osprey 26.6 Expandable, I've talked about quite a lot in this channel. They've made some updates to the original design that I don't love, but it's still a great budget-friendly option that can often double as a personal item. They do have some competition this year with Almond Oak. They make a similar clamshell style bag that I think is a little bit better quality. I have a new bag to my lineup here. Matador came out with a fantastic travel bag this year called the Globe Rider. Large clamshell style bag, really comfortable backpack straps, good compatibility with their packing cubes, and a very large front external stretch pocket. I'd also add to that the Matador Seg 30 that I don't think I give enough attention to on this channel. It has externally facing separate compartments for packing from the outside. It's a great bag, but this style doesn't usually match my packing style. The next new addition this year is the Packed Arrow 35. This bag is very well designed, great use of space without being heavy, ultralight, 2.3 pounds for this 35-liter size, which is very good for this large of a bag. Clamshell style opening, good front pocket organization. The only downside to this bag is the shoulder straps are a little on the slim side. Cotopaxi Allpa has made my list for the past few years, but it's always been missing an external water bottle pocket. They've updated that with a 2025 update, also added some new fabrics, which I think propels the Allpa into a bag that's easy to recommend if you want some really good organized clamshell design, built-in packing cubes, and some fun, funky colorways. Last but not least, one of my favorite brands that I can't recommend enough, Cabin Zero. They make some of the best bags for the price, great simple designs, low prices without sacrificing quality. I've tested most of their lineup. Two of my favorites are the Classic Pro 32, Military 28. They have simple, similar designs, large, open main compartment, comfortable backpack straps, but with some minor differences in the external organization of pockets between these two models. So that finishes off my list of top travel backpacks of all time and the year. Now I'm going to show you some bags that I'm going to call runners up. Didn't quite make the top list for one reason or another. First one, Aer Travel Pack 3. This company has one of the best reputations for travel backpacks. They do make some amazing bags. I just think their travel pack line falls a little short for me. I love the design on this bag, large open clamshell, lots of good external organizations. However, my biggest qualm with this bag is the weight and the large amount of space that's taken up with pockets and the laptop compartment. For example, the Aer Travel Pack 3 regular sized is over 4 pounds in weight. However, I do think Aer makes some of the best daily carry bags on the market, some of their smaller packs. For example, this is the City Pack Pro 2, the Pro Pack 24 here. These are both awesome, as well as their Go Pack 2 packable backpack. The next bag in my lineup is by Able Carry. This is the Daily Carry Max. I do think this company has some of the best designed day packs on the market. For example here, their daily lineup. I think these are incredibly well constructed. I love the style and size of these bags. However, when you scale this up into a larger travel backpack, you get a good designed backpack, but it just starts to get very heavy for the size. If they made this exact same bag with a little bit less weight, got this thing under 3 pounds, I would be totally on board. GoRuck is another company that I think can suffer from the weight conundrum. They make some really great over-engineered travel backpacks that I think are high quality, well constructed, but a little heavy for the size. I've threaded the needle with my recommendation here by going with the GR1. This is the 26-liter size in the ripstop fabric. This is a very high quality bag, simple design, only 2.4 pounds. And if you wait for the sales, you can get this bag pretty inexpensive. I got this one at 50% off. Tom Bihn is another brand that I love. I just don't find myself using these as often as some of those other bags. My favorite in their lineup here is the Techonaut. It's expensive, but with this ripstop fabric, it's really not too heavy. Good design, duffel bag, movable separate compartments. I can't really pinpoint exactly why I don't use this bag more often. Maybe it's that I like one large compartment rather than these multiple smaller pockets. This is the Evergoods CTB 25, another great product that's just a little bit heavy. They also make a larger 35-liter version. I really love these designs, extremely high quality packs. They make the kind of bags that you could have for life. Again, I think just another problem with over-engineering and weight, a lot of space and weight taken up with the laptop compartment. The 35 larger size of this bag is about 4 pounds. Finally, Bellroy, this is the light travel pack. This does not have a problem with weight, just a little over 2 pounds for this 30-liter version. I love the design. I like the separate pockets. However, I wish this thing had an external water bottle pocket, and the shoulder straps are, again, a little bit on the thinner side, causing this bag to be high on my list, but still not in my top picks. So that's all I have for my 2025 travel backpack roundup. I'd love to hear if you have suggestions on bags that you think should be on this list, or backpacks that you think I should test in the upcoming year. Please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions. And again, thanks for watching.